She is Karen Baldwin, lives in London, Ontario. She is 18 years old. She's just finished high school, and what are your plans for the future?
Well, I'd like to attend university. I'd like to go to the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City. And I'd like to study marketing, finance, and economics in relation to fashion with a concentration in design.
I think that sounds as if it should be a fine career. Now, you are the first girl I've chatted with, and I know a lot of people at home are wondering what you do when you represent one of these countries. What have you been doing as Miss Canada?
Well, I've had a wonderful year so far. I've done an extensive amount of traveling. I've been to Germany and Israel and Cyprus and to the North Pole. And what I've been doing in those countries is I've been visiting the Canadian Armed Forces camps with the performing tour and participating in the performing tour.
Did you watch the Miss Universe pageant last year?
Of course I did.
I think Miss Canada was among the 12 semifinalists.
Yes, she was first runner-up.
What did I talk with her about last year?
How much she loved watching The Price is Right.
Is that what she said?
Yes, she did.
The Price is Right is my show back in the United States, so obviously last year's Miss Canada was a brilliant young lady, right?
Obviously.
Thank you, Miss Canada.
Thank you.
We'll see a score now for Miss Canada. And we will talk with Miss Brazil. She is Celice Silva. She's 18, she lives in Berlin, and she's a student at the Federal University of Para. And you would like to have an interpreter standing by, would you not?
No, I think that I won't need an interpreter, but although it's better to stay here. I like his presence, she's very nice.
You're going to speak English with me then with no Portuguese interpretation?
No, she's better to stay here. She's very nice, and I like to look her face. Is it?
But do you want an interpreter here with us?
Yes.
Yes, all right. Let's have the interpreter out here. I think we'd better have the interpreter out here. Ask her what she's studying at the university, would you please?
No, you don't need to ask. Just if I need her, I give her help.
Don't bother us, would you mind? Go ahead. What do you study?
I study medicine.
What kind of medicine do you want to specialize in?
I'd like to be obstetrician. Obstetrician.
Yes. Now, some of our girls have not traveled out of their countries before. Is this your first trip out of Brazil?
Yes, it's the first trip.
How does Peru compare with Brazil?
It's similar because the pueblo, the people are very nice, very, very nice.
And I think they like you. Now, you speak English so well. I had been told that Miss Brazil would have an interpreter, but you speak English so well. There are millions of people watching us in the United States. I hope there are millions of people watching us in the United States. What would you like to say to them?
I'd like to see where, in the case of them, one of the judges, I don't understand you. Could you repeat, please? You have already told.
What would you like to say to the people in the United States, la gente de los Estados Unidos?
I'd like to say them that although it's not my native language, I'm so glad of speaking English because since when I was a child, I'd like to speak in English. That's why I speak by this way. And I came to speak in English very early.
Thank you, Miss Brazil. Thank you. They'll love you in the USA. Miss Italy, please, and the interpreter, please. I know that she wants an interpreter. You do you not?
No.
You do not want an interpreter?
Yes.
Yes, you do. She is Cinzia Fioravanti. She's 21. She lives in Rome, and she just finished her first year of pre-law, and she wants to be a judge. Ask her why she wants to be a judge.
Perché vuoi diventare un giudice?
Beh, veramente io ho detto giudice sì, però in questo periodo sto andando a scuola di recitazione perché la mia passione, vera passione è di diventare un'attrice.
And what did she say?
She said that she really means to become an actress instead of a lawyer.
Oh, she's changed her mind
Yes, she has.
since she got here.
Because she says her real passion is to become an actress.
She wants to be an actress. But in her biography, she said she wanted to be a judge. Ask her when she changed her mind.
tu hai detto che volevi essere un giudice, perché hai cambiato?
Non ho cambiato, nell'attesa, nel momento in cui io vado a scuola di recitazione cerco di fare anche degli esami all'università, siccome è il primo anno e non ne ho dato nessuno, penso che la mia carriera sarà l'attrice.
While she studies, she likes to study in an acting school. She hasn't given up the idea of being a lawyer.
Well, maybe she can be an actress and a part-time judge.
Puoi essere un'attrice e nel mezzo tempo
Un giudice?
She thinks that's a good idea?
è una buona idea.
And maybe a soccer coach, too.
Eh, Forse anche per aiutare nel calcio.
Nel calcio? Sì.
Should I have that, too? Fine.
No.
Thank you, Miss Italy. Thank you. Miss South Africa is Odette Scrooby. She's 19. She's a model. She lives with her parents on a farm near Johannesburg. Why don't you tell us about what life is like on a farm near Johannesburg?
We have a Lucerne farm. I'm very close to nature. I love animals. I love plants. I've always enjoyed living on a farm, and I hope to one day settle down on a farm.
What kind of animals do you have?
We have about 9 dogs and 8 cats, some pigs, some cows, various birds, and I think that's about all.
What are you going to tell your parents on the farm near Johannesburg about Peru?
Well, first of all, I think the people here are very friendly and warm. The way they received us when we came at the airport, every evening when we go out, they're always there to clap hands, to give us a good hand, to make us feel at home. And then I love the architecture of the city. I think it's beautiful. It's lovely that a city like this still has the very old buildings.
You know, with all those animals on that farm, the girls are taking home souvenirs. You should take a llama home. It's the only thing you don't have.
I've tried to catch it, but it's a bit too fast.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Miss South Africa. And Miss Finland, please. She is Sari Aspom. She is 20. She lives in Vanta. She's a model. And I was most impressed with something I was told about you. Tell our audience what you did with the money that you won as Miss Finland.
I won 4,000 Finnish mark. It's about $1,000 as when I was elected as Miss Finland, and I gave it to World's Wildlife Fund in Finland.
Now, you also love animals then.
Yes.
Do you have pets?
Well, I have one dog,
What's your dog's name?
Jane. There's no Tarzan.
No Tarzan? No. Now, do you work with any animal organizations, humane groups in Finland?
No, I don't have very much time when I'm Miss Finland, but I have been in World's Wildlife Fund's parties, and when they have elected all the things what they have done in the years and what good they have done for animals, and I think it's really interesting to hear.
In the United States, we're urging people to have their pets spayed or neutered and help control the pet population. If you become Miss Universe, perhaps you can help us with that.
I hope so.
I hope so, too. Thank you, Miss Finland. Next is Miss Peru. She is Francesca Zaza. She is 17. She lives here in Lima, and she wants an interpreter. Francesca just graduated from high school, and now that she's out of high school, ask her what she's going to do.
¿Qué es lo que piensas hacer ahora que te graduaste?
Bueno, pienso seguir turismo, estudiar turismo.
She'll study tourism.
And ask her, if you will, please, what the other young ladies have been asking her about Peru. What are their questions?
¿Qué es lo que te han estado preguntando las otras concursantes acerca del Perú?
Bueno, acerca de Machu Picchu, Arequipa, de los principales departamentos del Perú, luego el clima del Perú, de la comida y otras cosas.
About Machu Picchu, Arequipa, other states of Peru, about food and about the climate.
Ask her if any of them have commented on the traffic in Lima.
¿Alguien te ha comentado del tráfico en Lima?
Sí, un poco.
You know, one of our CBS men, instead of having a driver, he rented a car and he drove himself. He is now in a Peruvian rest home. Ask Miss Peru I'll ask her myself in English. Have you learned any English? Can you say anything in English?
Un poco.
What can you say in English?
You are the most handsome man.
You have a brilliant young lady here. You really do. Thank you, Miss Peru. You, Miss Guam, right out here to me, please. She is Patty Kirkus. She's 18. She just graduated from high school. And now that you are out of high school, what are you going to do, Patty?
I plan to go to college in Paris next year for fashion designing and buying.
And were you born in Guam?
No, I wasn't. I was born in Seoul City, Korea.
You were born in Korea. You live in Guam. You're going to France to school. Where else have you lived?
Let's put it this way. I've been to 14 different schools. I've traveled all over the U.S., the Far East, and I enjoy traveling and meeting people very much.
Why is it that you have traveled so much when you're so young?
Because of my father's work. He's working for the Department of Defense, and because of his prestige, we travel a lot.
If we have just a few people watch this show in all the places you've lived, we'll have a wonderful rating in the USA, won't we?
Oh, yes, we will.
All right. Thank you, Miss Guam.
Thank you.
And Miss USA. She is Terry Utley. She's 20. She lives in Cabot, Arkansas. Before she became Miss USA, she worked in sales and promotion for a resort. Now, what is the population of Cabot, Arkansas?
4,000, Bob.
And on May 13th, I had the pleasure of crowning you Miss USA in the great city of Biloxi, Mississippi. What was the reaction in Cabot when you went home?
It was tremendous. That's all I can say. When I went home, they had a wonderful homecoming. I understand 5,000 people showed up in a 4,000 population town. And they gave me beautiful receptions. I got a gold spittoon. I got a key to the city. Just wonderful.
A gold spittoon because you told me stories about the boys with the snuff in the back of the trucks in
Right.
Cabot, Arkansas.
Right.
Now you're in Peru, and I know you're having a marvelous time. Every time I walk through the lobby of the hotel, someone else comes up and says that he or she is a relative of yours. How many people are there here from Cabot?
I have 16 people down here. They're not all from Cabot. Some of them are from Tennessee, not Texas. What am I saying? But I have 10 relatives and I believe 6 friends.
Well, I should think they would be very proud of you here representing your country in the Miss Universe pageant. Thank you, Miss USA. And Miss Germany, please. She is going to have an interpreter. Her name is Kirsten Pieserock. She is 19. She lives in Wilhelmshaven, and she is a secretary. And I know that she is having a fine time as a contestant in the Universe pageant, but ask her what she misses in Germany.
Was brauchst du noch mehr in Deutschland? Was fehlt dir?
Eigentlich gar nicht. Ich finde es sehr schön hier. Man hat Essen, frische Luft, nett. Die Leute sind sehr, sehr nett. Ich mache sie furchtbar gern gar nichts.
Well, actually, she's not missing anything. She's having a wonderful time here. It's a beautiful country, fresh air, lovely climate. She's very content.
Well, if she's missing nothing at home, I should think you people would be very proud of your city of Lima. Yes. Now, if she becomes Miss Universe, of course, she will have a very interesting year. But if she does not, what will she do as a representative of Miss Germany, or of Germany?
Wenn du nicht Miss Univers wirst, was wirst du als Miss Deutschland machen zukünftig?
Oh, ich habe sehr viel zu tun. Ich mache Hitparadentourneen, Autogrammstunden. Oh Gott, das ist so viel. Ich verreise zu TV-Shows, bin überall eingeladen zu Fotosessions und so weiter. Das ist sehr viel.
I have quite a hard program. I have a lot of TV shows to do. I have to do public appearances. I have to crown beauty queens, sign autographs. It's quite a job.
Will she get to the United States?
Wirst du nach den Staaten gehen? Yes, in 2 months to Los Angeles for a photo session.
She's coming to Los Angeles?
Du gehst nach Los Angeles?
Yes.
Tell her to be sure and not miss the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Du sollst sicher sein, die Los Angeles Dodgers zu sehen. Weißt du,
Ask her if she knows what they are.
weißt du, was das ist?
No.
No.
She'll find out if she comes to Los Angeles. Thank you, Miss Germany. And Miss Greece, we'll have an interpreter for her. She is Tina Rousseau. She's 19. She lives in Athens. She's a model. And you have a German interpreter, right?
Yes, but I can speak very well English.
You can
If I'm
speak.
not nervous, yes.
Well, I was interested in knowing, since you're Miss Greece, why would you want a German interpreter?
Because I grew up in Germany. I was living there for 15 years. And I went back to Greece since 10 months ago. Because,
Your parents moved to Greece?
yes, all together they moved.
And have you enjoyed life in Greece? Do you like Greece?
Very much, yes.
What do you like about Greece?
Oh, now in the summertime is the best place, I think. There you can have really fun in the summer. The beaches and so.
What has been the most fun for you here in the pageant?
Oh, the most fun, well, I met very nice girls. And the people here, well, I mean, they're really nice to us. You just have to keep them a smile and a smile back.
Well, you smile very nicely. Thank you, Miss Greece.
Thank you.
And now, Miss England, would you come out and talk with me, please? She is Della Dolan. She's 20. She lives in Grimsby. And when you're not representing England, what do you do?
My boyfriend owns a boutique in the town where I live, which is a very small town. And seeing as he's not interested in fashions, I run the boutique for him. I do the buying and organise the staff.
And what are your plans for the future?
Probably to expand into boutiques, and I'd like to get into the health business.
Now, you mentioned your boyfriend in England. I was just curious, have you met any young men here in Lima?
Only a few, not too many.
How would you compare these Latins with the boys at home?
I'm afraid I prefer an Englishman.
You prefer Englishmen?
Yes. They're very nice, but...
Yes, you see that
I said
reaction?
the wrong thing.
Those are not Englishmen. Thank you, Miss England. Miss Uruguay, she is Silvia Beatriz Villa. She is 19. The interpreter, please. She lives in Montevideo, and she attends Escuela Universitaria de Psicología. I think I have a psychologist here. Ask her what she studied.
¿Qué estudias? They want us to speak in English.
You want to speak English?
Yes.
What do you study?
I'm studying psychology by the moment.
You're studying psychology,
Yes.
Psicología.
Psicología.
And what do you wish to do? Do you want to be a therapist?
No, a psychologist, a child psychologist. I love children. I'm very well with them.
You heard my conversation with Miss England.
Yes, a little.
How would you compare the Latin men with Englishmen?
They like men.
The Latin men,
Oh.
Los Latinos. How would you... Quiet, now she hasn't answered. Don't try to prompt her.
Can I speak in Spanish now?
Just a moment. What did you say?
Can I speak in Spanish now for all these people?
Yes, go ahead.
Wow, ellos, realmente lo que he vivido acá ha sido hermoso y nos han tratado de lo mejor. No podría decir qué fue lo mejor de que saqué de esta experiencia, porque en realidad todos han puesto todo lo mejor. Estoy muy contenta de estar aquí. La gente latina es hermosa, pero no hay que desmerecer.
I can tell. I can tell from your reaction that she likes Englishmen too. Huh? Thank you, Miss Uruguay. Thank you. Our interviews are complete.